President Muhammadu Buhari has forwarded the name of acting President of Court of Appeal, Monica Donga-Messen, for confirmation as the substantive President of the court. The Senate President made this known on the floor of the Senate. He said, according to him, the Senate has received a formal request from President Muhammadu Buhari for the confirmation of the acting President of the Court of Appeal. The request was contained in a letter read on the floor during the plenary by President of the Senate, Hamad Lawal.
Letter from Mr. President. Dear distinguished Senate President, confirmation of appointment of Honorable Justice M.B. Dongbam-Mensem as the President of the Court of Appeal of Nigeria. Pursuant to Section 238, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, I write to request for confirmation by the Senate the appointment of Honorable Justice M.B. Dongbam-Mensem as the President of the Court of Appeal of Nigeria. It is my hope that the Senate will consider and confirm the nominee in the usual expeditious manner. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest consideration.
The Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance has asked NAFDAC, Nigerian Customs Service, and pharmaceutical stakeholders to work out modality that will extend import duty and value-added tax waiver on anti-malaria, anti-hypertensive, and other essential pharmaceutical drugs for a period of 6 months. Chairman of the committee, Senator Adelere Oloriowo, made the call at the meeting of the committee with the Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, the Comptroller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Ahmed Ali, and the immediate past national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, Dr. Albert Kelong Akali in Abuja. The Senate Committee on Legislative Compliance and some of the head stakeholders meeting was as a result of the Senate resolution for a motion sponsored by Senator Ifeanyi Uba on urgent need for federal government to streamline import duty and value-added tax waiver to essential pharmaceutical products.
The implementation of this resolution, if it could happen in the next 24 hours, I'll be okay. I need to call you people to look at this. What has made it is, and several others needed. I don't want to give a blank, like they have brought their own now. I don't want to bring a blanket list to the Federal Ministry of Finance so that we don't mislead them. So several others, they have brought their own. Anything outside anti-malaria, anti-diabetics, anti-hypertensive, anti-cancer, any other thing that is in their list that you consider that is relevant, you recommend to us. Anyone that you see that is not really important, outside those that have been mentioned, among the several ones, you recommend to us. Do you get it? That is the essence of our coming together.
Meanwhile, the Director General of NAFDAC, Mojisola Adeyeye, has expressed concern over the poor state of health in Nigeria as a result of COVID-19 pandemic and called on federal government to strengthen local content in pharmaceutical sector.
As a country, where are we in terms of drug insecurity? Where are we? COVID has given us a slap in the face, has woken us up from our comatose state of over-dependence on drugs from other countries. About 3 months ago, India banned exports from their country. I was speaking about 4 months ago at a TV station, and I said when China becomes ill, Nigeria is dead. And the same thing with India. In terms of importation, we import 70% of finished products and import 100% of materials except water. So COVID hit us and we started begging. Please let us into India because we've always depended on you. Let us into China. We couldn't enter China. Sir, my point is Nigeria is in a mess and the government has become very proactive to protect local content.
Similarly, the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service, Hamid Ali, said the service is operating in line with extant law backing its operation to protect local pharmaceutical industry.
Import and sell to us than produce in Nigeria. But because they produce here, they create employment. Government decided that all pharmaceutical businesses should pay certain levy, and that's why they were collecting levy on pharmaceutical materials. So I don't know the cry and hue of these agitators, because no duty. Government has realized that in the book, which is our guideline, is zero duty on all pharmaceuticals.
However, the immediate past national chairman of the Association of Community Pharmacists in Nigeria, Dr. Albert Kelong Akali, asked the government to create an enabling environment for local pharmaceutical industry to be able to meet up 60% of medicine requirement.
We have been advocating that government must provide conducive atmosphere for our local manufacturers to be able to meet at least 60 to 70% of the medicine requirements of Nigerians. Unfortunately, we have not been able to reach that. Now, like Digi said, the local manufacturers are really struggling, and something has to be done about that seriously. Medicine security has to do with ensuring that you have enough medicines for your, at least to take care of the majority of the disease condition of a nation. In case of situations like this, where you want to import drugs and you're not getting, and your people are dying. So Nigerians have, government has to do something about that. Regards to this list, we cannot import things that we can produce locally.
From Abuja, Nigeria, Muyiwa Bamdele reporting. The All Progressive Congress Lagos State chapter had dissolved all subgroup within the party. The Mandate Group and Justice Forum, regarded as powerful subgroup in the party, were outlawed by the APC. The report added that the decision is coming 2 weeks after Minister of Interior Ralph Aregbesola reorganized the Mandate Group without the endorsement of the national leader of the party, Bola Tinubu. The relationship between the two is said to be getting frozen, which may have contributed to the dissolution of the subgroups within the party in Lagos State. A communique on Monday titled Endangering Party Discipline and Cohesion, signed by the 27th chieftain of the APC, who are member of the Governor Advisory Council, said any member who continued to associate with any subgroup will be expelled. The party urged members to comply with the new directive in honor of June 12 and those who gave their lives to make democracy a reality. Among those who signed the communique were Bola Tinubu, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, and former Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola. But Tinubu, in a statement by his media aide Tunde Rahman, said there was no dispute between him and Aregbesola. He insisted that the decision to disband the fraction was to promote discipline, harmony, cohesion, and engender party supremacy. The The Senate has confirmed the appointment of Professor Mrs. Jumai Aldi as the chairman, Nigerian Law Reform Commission, and Mohammed Ibrahim and Basi Dan Abia as commissioners of the commission. During this Tuesday plenary, the Senate approval was sequent to the report of the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters, presented by Chairman Senator Michael Opeyemi Bamidele. The chairman of the committee, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, in his presentation, recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari had made appointment pursuant to Section 2, subsection 1 and 2 of Nigerian Law Reform Commission Act. He added that the panel resolved to defer the screening of one of the nominees, Honorable Ebele Chima, as a commissioner representing Southeast on the commission following his failure to appear before the committee.
The nominations of the chairman and members of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission. The Senate, distinguished colleagues will recall, at its plenary sitting on Tuesday, 12th May 2020, considered Mr. President's request for the confirmation of the nominations of Professor Mrs. Jumai A.M. Audi, North Central, Honorable Ebele Bernard Chima, Southeast, Barrister Basi Dan Abia, South-South, and Honorable Muhammad B.O. Ibrahim, Southwest, for appointment as chairman and full-time members of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission, and referred same to this committee for further legislative action. It should be noted that these appointments were made pursuant to Section 2, subsections 1 and 2 of the Nigerian Law Reform Commission Act, Cap N118 of the Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, which empowers Mr. President in subsection 1 to appoint 4 commissioners and designate one of them as the chairman. Also, subsection 2 provides that the persons so appointed to be full-time commissioners under subsection 1 shall be persons appearing to the National Assembly to be suitably qualified, A, by holding of a high judicial office, B, by experience as a legal practitioner of not less than 12 years standing, or C, by being an eminent scholar in law.
The Senate, while adopting the recommendation of the committee, thereafter confirmed the appointment of Professor Jumai Audi as the chairman of Nigerian Law Reform Commission. It also confirmed Basi Dan Abia and Honorable Mohammed Ibrahim as commissioner, as the Senate President put the confirmation to the voice vote. The former governor of Abia State and chief whip of the Senate, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, has returned to the Senate after spending 6 months in jail on allegation of corruption. Senator Orji arrived at National Assembly on Tuesday and attended plenary. Speaking with journalists before entering the Senate chamber, the senator said he was glad to be back to work and that he would need to hit the ground running to cover up for the loss of time to provide quality representation to his constituents in Abia North. The former governor was serving 12 years sentence. He was released on June 2, 2020 from Kuje Correctional Center in Abuja following an order of the Federal High Court. Senator Kalu, a two-time former governor of Abia State, has urged the court to set aside its conviction on December 5th, 2019 by Justice Mohammed Idris.
Thanksgiving. There is hope. You people should allow me to go and do job I have not done for my constituency. A lot of things to be done. I feel, that is how I feel, that's all.
Your constituency has been waiting for quite a while. Tell them something from the people of your constituency.
No, they know. I was action governor and I'm going to be action senator, so there's no problem. My constituency and Nigerian people, we need to refocus our agenda to them. Good experience, let us keep hope alive and see what the future brings.
He was convicted for embezzling 7.65 billion naira belonging to the Abia State government. However, the Supreme Court nullified his conviction and ordered a retrial. Kaduna State Governor Nasru El-Rufai has said from Wednesday 10th of June 2020, the quarantine order will be amended to permit a significant reopening of the state, especially businesses and places of worship. He said this after 75 days of partial lockdown following the invocation of the Quarantine Act and Kaduna State Public Health Law to impose the quarantine regulation on March 26th of 2020. In a statement broadcast on Tuesday, El-Rufai paid tribute to the good people of Kaduna State for their immense sacrifice in the last 2.5 months as containment measures against COVID-19 were implemented. On school and market, the governor explained that they will remain closed, saying that it is still considered unsafe for markets and schools to reopen. El-Rufai assured that the government will keep engaging with relevant stakeholders on the matters to determine the appropriate timing and condition precedent. The governor further explained businesses can reopen subject to the provision of the thermometer for temperature check, sanitizer or hand washing equipment, and physical distancing measure within all the facilities. Working hour will be 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. He said that churches service are allowed only on Sundays and mosques are allowed to conduct only Friday Jumat services for the time being, subject to the compliance of the safety stipulation. According to the governor, supermarkets and providers of personal services such as hairdressing and barber salon can reopen. Hotels can fully open with their restaurants and bar offering only room service.
Oyorokoto, the biggest fishing port in Africa, in danger as dredging work on the sea and dead fishes occupy the sea in Andoni local government area in Rivers State. The community people cried out calling on the DG Namasa, IOC, Niger Delta Ministry, Ministry of Environment and Rivers State government to come to their ends.
The fish died numerous that we cannot count, we cannot make use of it. The people that went to pick the fishes, because of hunger, they eat it and they were purged.
We are spending every month 1.something million as a Oyorokoto community. No help from government. We have been crying, reaching the local government chairman. Nothing happened to Oyorokoto community till then.
We have an environmental pandemic that is going on before even the coronavirus pandemic, which the federal government has done nothing. The state government has done nothing. T.Y. Danjuma has done nothing, who have most of the platforms. Our leaders have done nothing. Right from the speaker that we have, that is from Andoni local government. Till today, the community is telling me that they have not received any palliative.
In Rivers State, Nigeria, I am Mildred Choma from Ben TV.